Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples. Come on, man. You know me. I'm back again, man. Had to rise up again. Bam, we got the little Fabrizio. Let me just play you the video straight away so you lot can see what's going on. Fabrizio Romano spoke. He spoke about Mbuemo, spoke about Osimhen, why we didn't get him, etc. So I'm going to play that for you lot now and you lot can see exactly what, and then we'll get straight into it. There's no point, man, talking if I've got a video there. You get me? So I'll play what he said and you lot can just see for yourself what he's really saying. Then I'll get into it straight away.
Many questions on that, but they keep working on Bryan Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Bryan Mbeumo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Bryan Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then many questions on Man United and Victor Osimhen, guys. On social media sometimes we had these suggestions, but I always told you during the summer transfer window that for Man United that deal was not advancing for one reason. Victor Osimhen never wanted to reduce his salary request, despite what Manchester United and more English clubs wanted to do. For Victor Osimhen, that was never the case. Also, Osimhen has always been very happy at Galatasaray. Galatasaray have now an agreement on the contract of Victor Osimhen until 2028 plus option till 2029. Galatasaray are negotiating with Napoli, 50 million euros plus 5 rejected, 60 million euros rejected. Napoli want 75 million euros release clause, saying that side. I keep receiving many questions on that, but they keep working on Bryan Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Bryan Mbeumo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Bryan Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then many questions on Man United and Victor Osimhen, guys. On social media sometimes we had these suggestions, but I always told you during the summer transfer window that for Man United that deal was not advancing for one reason. Victor Osimhen never wanted to reduce his salary request, despite what Manchester United and more English clubs wanted to do. For Victor Osimhen, that was never the case. Also, Osimhen has always been very happy at Galatasaray. Galatasaray have now an agreement on the contract of Victor Osimhen until 2028 plus option till 2029. Galatasaray are negotiating with Napoli, 50 million euros plus 5 rejected, 60 million euros rejected. Napoli want 75 million euros release clause, saying that Al Hilal are prepared to pay for the player, but the player has an agreement with Galatasaray. At the moment, not with Al Hilal. This is why Napoli are insisting on a higher fee, but Galatasaray are seen as the favorites to sign Victor Osimhen, with conversations ongoing with Napoli after the agreement done with the Nigerian striker. Obviously, keep an eye on this Osimhen story, because the final fee for Osimhen is also going to be important to understand what Napoli can offer for Darwin Núñez.
So that's what he's saying. That's what Fabrizio said. I'm going to break it down into things so that you can see exactly what he says. So this is mostly the Mbuemo stuff. He got into it and basically just said, Man United, keep working on Mbuemo. There are many rumours on other players from Spain and Italy. Basically, that we're linked with all these other players. But listen, right this second, we are focusing on Mbuemo. Mbuemo is our main target. That's all we want. So forget all these other rumours you lot are seeing about other players. It's Mbuemo we're focusing on right now. So he's just letting us know, like, we haven't fell off, it's still going, etc. And he basically says, Man United, keep working on Bryan Mbuemo. There are many rumours on other players from Spain and Italy, but I can guarantee you this week, they are fully focused on Bryan Mbuemo with Brentford. That's all we care about. Conversations are still underway. The player is waiting, and Man United is top priority. We keep advancing. You know, they say these mad words every day, exploring, advancing. it's getting closer, very close, closer than close, inches away, bro. They say everything, bruv. So he's saying they keep working on this deal for Bryan and Mbeumo. There's still an agreement to be reached with Brentford, but I'm told that conversations are ongoing to try and reach an agreement and to let the player travel and complete his move. Man United keep working on Bryan and Mbeumo as the top target. So Fabrizio's come out and basically gave us an update. Listen, a lot of people they think it's the same things. I look at it and say he's saying the same things over again, but you've got to remember, it hasn't collapsed, it hasn't stalled, it hasn't fell apart, there isn't a stalemate. They're still talking for some weird reason. It's been a month. They're still talking. But remember, we've got some money from yesterday from Elanga and that. So remember this, guys. So don't worry, I'm going to get into that in a minute as well. And then we'll show you some more articles that came out today about Mbuemo. This is from a Brentford journalist. So it all seemed like a bit of a game, to be honest with you. But the Brentford journalist has basically gone, Mbuemo is growing increasingly frustrated by slow progress of Man United. Brentford firm on their valuation and encouraged fees tweeted for Elanga and Madueke. So basically, they're looking at the market. Everyone that gets sold now, and they're saying, look, Madueke's worth 50 million. Elanga's got sold for 55. He's got 20. Elanga only scored 6 goals last season, and Mbuemo's got 20 goals. So they're using everything as an excuse to keep pushing the price up and up and up, which is kind of taking the piss, but that's what they're doing. And it's basically saying, Mbeumo was growing increasingly frustrated as Man United weigh up a third bid to sign him. Brentford are also frustrated of the slow progress. I don't know if there's been a little Man United are basically not having what they're saying. So they're just waiting for them to dim down their price. Because remember, he's got 1 year left with another option to continue, innit? So obviously, next year they'll click that option in. And he's basically got 2 years left. Let's look at it like that, Mbeumo. But if we say to Mbeumo, all right, you know what? We're not going to sign you this season because they're being stupid, and we leave it like that, we can come back and sign him for about 30, 40 million next season. And Brentford are going to want him to go for some cheap price. So they'll want him to go now or renew with them. And I doubt he's going to renew. If he feels violated as well, he's going to stay professional, probably go there, but he won't renew. So there's bare little games coming out. That's a Brentford journalist that's putting this out, and Mbuemo's frustrated. How do we know that? He might not be frustrated. He might not care. So they're putting out these little things. We'll see what happens, man. It's a weird one. But, yeah. And Mbuemo's growing increasingly frustrated. But Fabrizio's saying, we're still advancing. It's still going on. Blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, etc. So don't worry. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I'm getting a bit nervous. I'll be real, man. We're negotiating for too long. You're seeing Chelsea just banging out deals. Bam, bam, bam. And then we're sitting there for a whole month. So it's kind of it's making man a bit parallel. So I'll be real. Metric community, big up yourself, all of you lot. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're in here new as well, man. We do this every day for you lot, 3 times a day. We're giving you lot all the Man United news. So make sure you like and subscribe. And for those that missed the video, I'm going to play the video again for Osimhen bit when I get into Osimhen, so that everyone keeps in time what we're doing, yeah? I'm sick we didn't get gyokeres, man. It's the worst window ever. They don't know what they're doing. He didn't want us, Ian. Ian, he didn't want us. He picked Arsenal, Ian. He said, I want Arsenal. It's his dream move. What can we do? And we finished 15th. We can't blame it on the owners because of Osimhen, because of gyokeres. Because anyone else, I'm on it. Like, we're fucking up, we're moving mad. But gyokeres doesn't want us. He's turned down Juventus, everyone. He's saying, I only want Arsenal. We need this guy. If Amran has any chance this season, Guerrero would be in it. But I don't know Guerrero, bro. We were linked with him yesterday, and that got put to bed straight away, that Guerrero stuff. So I don't know about that Guerrero stuff. I think Man United is backing out with them. Mbuemo deal secretly. Well, Fabrizio's just come out and said that we're still in there. And like I said, I got Osimhen news as well. So I'm going to play you the video again. It's only a 1-minute video. I'm going to play you the video again. He's going to talk about Osimhen and Mbuemo. So those that have missed it, you can see what he says, and you can see what he says about Osimhen, and then I'm going to get into Osimhen. So don't worry. This deal will fall through. Everyone thinks it's going to fall through. Mate, I'm telling you now, it's getting a bit scary, I'll be real. But he's saying we keep advancing. So you lot got to listen to what he's saying. We keep advancing. It's not looking like it's going to fall through. But like I said, I'm going to play the video again one more time so you can hear exactly what he said. It's only 1 minute, the video. And then I'm going to play the video. And then he's going to talk about Osimhen. And then we'll move on to Osimhen.
On that. But they keep working on Bryan Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Mbuemo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try to reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Bryan Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then many questions on Man United and Victor Osimhen, guys. On social media sometimes we had these suggestions, but I always told you during the summer transfer window that for Man United that deal was not advancing for one reason. Victor Osimhen never wanted to reduce his salary request, despite what Manchester United and more English clubs wanted to do. For Victor Osimhen, that was never the case. Also, Osimhen has always been very happy at Galatasaray. Galatasaray have now an agreement on the contract of Victor Osimhen until 2028 plus option till 2029. Galatasaray are negotiating with Napoli, 50 million euros plus 5 rejected, 60 million euros rejected. Napoli want 75 million euros release clause, saying that Al Hilal are prepared to pay for the player, but the player has an agreement with Galatasaray. At the moment, not with Al Hilal. This is why Napoli are insisting on a higher fee, but Galatasaray are seen as the favorites to sign Victor Osimhen, with conversations ongoing with Napoli after the agreement done with the Nigerian striker. Obviously, keep an eye on this Osimhen story, because the final fee for Osimhen is also going to be important to understand what Napoli can offer for Darwin Núñez.
As you're hearing, so boom, he's saying we was never really in for Osimhen because of his wages. Every European club, English club, wants Osimhen more or less, but because of his wages, it couldn't happen. So that's the situation with Osimhen. He's broke it down and he's told us we all wanted him. It came out from Yago yesterday. Yago is the most reliable journalist in Turkish football. And he said Manchester United really want to sign Victor Osimhen, asked for a salary reduction, and he refused. So he's basically just saying the same thing. Many questions on Osimhen and Man United. I was always told for the club the deal was not advancing for one reason. You're hearing that word there, advancing. So we wanted him, we was talking to him, but it wouldn't advance because he's saying, I'm not going to reduce my salary. So if this geezer don't want to reduce his salary, what can we do? And the geezer's meant to be on what? 280 something. I put it in yesterday, remember? 280, I think he's on. That Napoli's paying him, and he's going to want a bigger salary than that. We're trying to change our wage bill. You can see what's going on. I would love for us to get Osimhen, bro. That's my number one striker, is Osimhen. I don't even want gyokeres. I want Osimhen. But, mate, if the wage ain't happening, what can we do? So that's why he's getting into it, and he's letting us know, listen, Man United have wanted him, but it won't advance for one reason. This geezer don't want to drop his wage. He's staying at Galatasaray. He went there on loan. He's going back there. This is what Osimhen's on. He just wants his money. He wants his bag. So what can we do, innit? If a man just wants their money, he's not sitting there and saying, I want to win trophies. I want to go to the top 5 leagues. He's staying in Galatasaray because they're giving him the right bag. And remember, they got some money over there in the Turkish league now. Duran's going to Fenerbahce. They're paying his whole loan 310k a week. So they got some money over there, bro. It's mad over there. But this is what Fabrizio's come out and said. He said the only reason that this deal was not advancing is because he does not want to drop his salary. This geezer's on 280 euros or something. That might be like 250k on wages in pounds. The 250k, and then remember, when you sign a player, you have to up their salary. So what are we going to say to him? What, we're offering you 260? No, we're going to have to probably give him 300. So yeah, man, Fabrizio said it's a myth. It's a myth, bro. It's not going to happen. As you've heard him say in the video, it's a myth. It's not going to happen. So Osimhen, that's the whole reason it never happened, is because of his wages. And that's two different reliable. Both of them are reliable. Yago's reliable and so is Fabrizio. And they both said the same thing. Blame the Glazers. Not United's debt. Brentford sold Tony. Got good cash. Pay up United. Man, it's not serious. Everyone's onto us today. Listen, you know what? You see when it's like this, yeah? Something's going to give. Because we're all pissed off right now. Every day. Remember, I'm reporting this news every day. We're pissed off. So tomorrow, they're going to give us something. They're going to have to give us something soon. We can't be pissed off like this for long. That would be relegation, mate. We need goals and pace. He brings both. 65 will get it done. Man United board is not serious. Blood is peak right now, man. Look, we're just negative at that. 6 weeks now going into our 7th. No outgoings. I don't think that's on the owners, though. I don't think that. I think our players are moving mad. I don't know if you don't agree. I think all our players are moving mad with the outgoings. Let me tell you why, yeah? You got Rashford saying, I only want to go Barcelona. You got Sancho, he didn't want to drop his wage for Chelsea, didn't want to drop his wage for Napoli, didn't want to go Fenerbahce. He spoke to Jose Mourinho on the phone. Only now he's talking to Juventus and saying, all right, cool, I'm going to take a wage cut because he's realised I've been exiled of pre-season. I have to find something now. I've got to get realistic. I'm not this guy that I thought I was. I think someone's going to come and pay the 280k for me. So he's understanding. Garnacho saying, I only want to stay in the Premier League. These geezers are not sitting there and saying, I'm going to go anywhere. How can you get sold if you're coming with an attitude and saying, I only want to go here? Garnacho only wants to stay in the Prem. Who's going to buy him in the Prem? You know what I'm saying? Højlund saying he wants to stay. It's mad. The whole thing is bananas. Man U is not going to be goal next season. Mid-table club. I know it's peak. Like, Amarim will end up give up with our team because look at our pre-Sterling. Yeah, it's true. We've gone in with the same team, just without Garnacho. Remember, all the 5 that come back, Malacia, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, they didn't play for us last season, more or less. So the only player that's not with us, we've lost the player and gained Cunha, basically. We basically swapped Cunha for Garnacho. It's madness. Man U is not going to make it next season. Come on, as I told you, we're here from Mbuemo. Here we go, 11th of the month. Stay calm. Man said 11th hour. 11th of this month. I like and subscribe on people, man. You know we're doing this every day, man. Every day we're giving you like the Man United news, man. I've played the video for you lot for Fab. If you haven't seen the video, I'll play it again in the end. Fabrizio came out yesterday and just spoke about United. But yeah, that's the situation. So Osimhen is a myth. He don't want to drop his wage. That's the only reason we haven't advanced with him. That's the only reason. Apart from that, it would have all been good, but he doesn't want to drop his wage. I spoke about Mbeumo. If you've missed it, I'm going to come back on him as well. Let me just run through them and all the news, and then I'll come back onto the ones that you missed. Don't worry. We've got Sancho, freedom fighter, seeming like this is the closest outgoing we've got out of all of them. Literally. Juventus are now very close to the final agreement with Jadon Sancho. The player has already accepted a wage cut. I told you, he couldn't accept it with Chelsea, he couldn't accept it with Napoli, and now he's realised, wait a minute, everyone keeps walking away. I'm not gonna have a club here. I need to get a club. So now he's dropped it down, and now it looks like Juventus have offered 6 million a year, but the player is likely to accept 6.5. So what's that? 500k? Come on, man. Juventus have already reached an agreement with Manchester United for 25 million payable over several years. So we wanted 25 million pounds. They're offering us 25 million euros, which is like 20 million. So we might still act up and say, yo, we want 30 million euros, which is 25 million pounds. But remember, we got 5 million from Chelsea. So we can take 20 million pounds and we've got our 25 anyway. And the main thing with Sancho is not the money, it's the wages. He's meant to be on 275 or something mad a week. We need to get rid of him, and that money we can spend it on a striker, etc. So that's the situation with him, the freedom fighter. Those reports coming out that it's either going to be Conceição or Sancho. Murak's come out and said, you've gone mad. Juventus has no plan A or B. They are working on Sancho. Just have they never stopped working on a permanent for Conceição, because Conceição's on loan. So they're in for both of them. People are saying it's only one that they're going to buy. No, they want both of them to play. Conceição on the right, Sancho on the left, Yildiz in the middle, Jonathan David as up front. So they're building a little team over there. And then Murak just says, new contacts expected today for Sancho. So look, it came out earlier that, look, they're close, innit? 6 million is what Juventus have offered. Sancho would accept 6.5. So that was early news today. Let's see how this evolves. By the night time, I'll be back on. Hopefully, we've got a here we go. We've got some agreement. But it seems like it's very close. And every day we've been hearing it's just close. It's a bit of millions, etc. So Sancho's took the wage cut that he needed to take. Why Chelsea never took him on? Why Napoli never took him on? He's finally took it now. So let's see what happens, innit? But hopefully, we can get it's done now. Here we go. And Sancho leaves. The freedom fighter gets his freedom. He finally gets to leave. Everyone gets freedom. Everyone's happy. Because he's definitely the worst out of the lot. He's the worst one. Cool, we'll get into the next one and I'll spin back round. Don't worry, if you've missed anything, I'm coming back to it. The Fabrizio video, Osimhen, and I've got all that. Don't worry. Obviously, look, Diego Leon, he started his first day today. Cunha, he's eager to impress in training. He was doing all right. Man United spoke about it in the actual article, the Man United article. They just said Diego Leon looked eager to impress in training, showed great intensity, which earned a big beam from Ruben Amorim. Leon and Cunha appeared to settle in quickly in training, with the latter's finishing impressive. So Cunha's doing what Cunha does, just showing up. I took the number 10, snatched it off Rashford's back, and he's just here doing what he needs to do. Obviously, we've got pre-season that starts on the 19th of July, which is in what? 11 days. So we need some signings, mate, because 11 days, we're probably going to be on the plane in about 8 days. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got to get on a plane, get to America, settle in, and then we're going to start Leeds. So the 19th of July, we've got Leeds. Then we got West Ham on the 27th, Bournemouth in Chicago on the 31st, Everton in Atlanta on the 3rd of August, and then we're back to Old Trafford to play Fiorentina on the 9th of August. So that's the situation for our pre-season. We need to hurry up and build up now. We need at least another player, because right now we're going to pre-season with the same squad we had last season, just bar Garnacho. Literally, everybody's here apart from Garnacho. We ain't sold nobody. We've only bought Cunha and Diego Leon, but it's just Garnacho that's lost. So that's the situation with pre-season. There's a few pictures here of them just training, etc. I know some new pictures have just come out on the Man United website about them, but this is just a few from earlier. Diego Leon is settling in. Kobe's looking a bit leaner. Cunha's got the 10, snatched it off Rashford's back. You get me? And you got the boy Ahmad. Let's get into some more. I'm going to spin back round and I'm going to get these comments in a minute. Don't worry. We got Rashford, who has been twerking for Barcelona. This guy is going on Spanish podcasts. I want to play with the best. Lamine Yamal. I love Barcelona. It's always sunny here. He's twerking. He wants Barcelona, but Barcelona don't really want him. They came into us. They said, listen, we want a loan for Rashford. We don't have no money. That's what they first said. We said, you ain't got no money. We're not doing no loans. Then what did they do? They went for Nico Williams, 58 million euros. They had the money to pay for it. Nico Williams turned them down and signed a new contract. Now they're saying they want Luis Diaz. So they're not even rating Rashford like that, to go for Rashford and just get him. They're doing everything they can to avoid Rashford. It's crazy because Rashford's 40 million. Luis Diaz is going to be about 70, 75 million. And they're still saying that's their top priority. They've already approached Barcelona twice. They've already approached Liverpool twice for Luis Diaz, and they've been turfed both times. So they're not rating Rashford right now. It's not looking the best, I'll be real, because he's still their top priority, and they've already been turfed. Like, how much time do you want to get turfed before you turn around? You got to remember what just happened with Diego Jota. So when's the next time they're going to go to Liverpool? Rest in peace, Jota, as well. So yeah, man. So that's the situation with Rashford. He's not top priority for Barcelona anymore. He's waiting for them, but he's not top priority. Fabrizio came out yesterday and said this: the Barcelona plan has not changed. The intention is to try and make a new approach for Luis Diaz. This is the same Barcelona. But look, he says it's going to be difficult. He's their main target, but it's going to be difficult because they've approached them twice already and they've been rejected by Liverpool. They've closed the door in their face 2 times already and said, he's not for sale. But how can you still have him as your main target if Rashford's there for 40 million? What Rashford said, he'll take a wage cut. He's doing podcasts. They still don't want him. So it's going to be a bit hard to try to get rid of Rashford. I'll be real. But this is the report that's come out about him. It's basically just potentially that's a reason why Barcelona are prepared to wait for a move until later in the window, because they know that he's waiting. We've got this geezer sitting here. So last result, we'll just go for him if everything goes wrong. They want Luis Diaz. They went for Nico Williams, didn't work. Luis Diaz, and now they just wait for him. Marcus Rashford is scheduled to start preseason training with Man United today, but he's expected to train individually, separate from the rest of his teammates. He's still an option for Barca, but they have no rush to sign him. They're not even taking him serious. They got this geezer training by himself. So yeah, man, that's the situation with Rashford anyway. Rome has come forward and they want to sign Højlund, but a loan will be needed because 45 million euros is too much for them. So that's 30 something mil, and they're saying that's too much for them. I don't know if that's true. I don't really trust DiMarzio no more. He used to be reliable. Now he's a bit fruity. He's weird. And then TalkSport has come out and said there's a possibility Man United go for Ollie Watkins, who I think is our top target now, because everyone's rejected us. And obviously we made an inquiry for Hugo Ekitike, but we're never going to go for him. He's 85 million pounds. That's 100 million euros. He's not proven. We've already done that project thing. I don't think they're going to do it. Ineos, they're not doing that project thing. When you go buy a 72 million Hoyland and gamble on it, they want someone proven. You've seen how they're going for Mbeumo and Konya. They're both in the top scorers for the last season. They're not taking that risk. So that's the situation with them. I'll get into this story from earlier because everyone keeps getting... Everything that's coming out about us is so negative, we don't even know what to believe. This came out earlier about Calvert-Lewin and Jamie Vardy. This is crazy, bro. United have been offered the chance to sign several free agents, Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy, Callum Wilson, etc. It's expected that United would only advance, if at all, towards the end of the window if they was to not get no top targets. We would only advance, if at all, we never got no top targets. So it's not even solidified. And a lot of people, if you go in the comments of that, everyone is going crazy. We're finished. But everyone's missing the whole point. United have been offered. Look at the wording. Offered. They've offered him to us. His agent has to do it. He's got a duty of care for him to get paid. Go and get me a club. So he's going to everyone and saying, listen, I've got my client there, Calvert-Lewin. I know you need a striker. Do you want him? He's on 80k a week. He'll take 90. We could just get a year out of him if you want. All right, no problem. He's being offered to everyone. Apparently, Calvert-Lewin is close to signing for Newcastle. But everyone's having a nightmare yesterday. Everyone's going mad. Calvert-Lewin. Arsenal are going for gyokeres. We're going for Calvert-Lewin. Listen, he's been offered. It isn't 100% offered. And obviously, every time I chat to everyone and I say, what player should we go for? The lap's not there no more. Gyokeres ain't around. Osimhen ain't around. Who do you think we should go for? Everyone says Watkins or Mateta. AC Milan are in for Mateta now. They are showing interest for Mateta. And Matteo Moretto works with Fabrizio Romano, so it's solidified. But they haven't made no contact yet, but they're showing a lot of interest from Mateta. So, mate, Mateta might, you get me? He might end up going to AC Milan. That's a bit peak still, I'll be real. But we'll see how that one goes, innit? We'll see how that one goes. Let me get a few of these chats and then I'll get back into the Mbuemo and the Osimhen Fabrizio stuff. For those that missed it, don't worry, I got you lot. Rio Ferdinand said Man United signed Victor Osimhen. No, he said he wants us to sign him. He wants us to sign him. Mehmet, big up yourself. We said we saying Galatasaray fan, yeah, Mehmet, yeah? You lot are nice, bro. I don't know how you lot got all that money, bro, for his wages, man. We only need to come 14th, be happy. This guy, Cavani's funny now. Get him out the door. Barris for 25 million. Oh, Barris is tired, man. You lot trying to get rid of your Deadwood, yeah? Glazers need to sell this team. The problem is we have the PSR headroom, but we've got greedy owners. Ratcliffe is a broke billionaire. It's mad, bro. It's peak right now, man. It's peak. I can't lie. Osimhen is the perfect striker for Man United. He will deliver steady and not flops like Mount. Yeah. I'm with you with that, Vincent. I've had enough. I'm waiting. Bruv, it's been so negative. I can't lie, bro. The last few days, we've not had no positive news. The positive news that we've had is just Sancho might leave. That's the only thing we've had. I'm focusing on 26, 27. We said a whole year. Man said next year. So frustrating to be a Man United fan. That I can't. Like, we're going through a rough time right now, but we'll be back, man. Don't worry, man. I feel like Amrin will leave if he doesn't get his squad, just setting him up to fail. I think I would have agreed with you, but I think Amrin won't leave because they're in line with him. Even like yesterday, when you saw yesterday, he said no to the Netflix series, Amazon. He said no, and then they all said, "All right, no problem." So they're in line with him. Whatever he wants to do, boom. Slices, I got you, bro. I'm gonna show you like the Mbuemo. Basically, Fabrizio came out. He done a video earlier on. He spoke about Mbuemo, Osimhen, etc. It's only a 1-minute video. I've played it already, but I know a lot of people are coming in the chat, so I'm gonna play it in a minute. And yeah, he basically just breaks it all down. What's going on? I've got another report from a Brentford journalist as well on Mbuemo. So I got you. Give me a minute and I'll show you. I think in the moment in time, we have a worse team now we had last season. No Garnacho, no Rashford. Yeah, it's a bit mad still, man. But the only thing beneficial is that we got pre-season now. So Amrin can actually implement this style that he wants to play. Do you understand? Why is our selling and buying very close? Is it only under 50 deals done? Yeah, they're doing this new thing now, Vincent, innit? Where they're buying little gems for the young boys and then they're buying prime players. It's weird, isn't it? It's a bit weird. Like, we're not buying no 20-year-olds or 23-year-olds. It's just prime players now, 25, or players that are like under 18. If Calvin on that, I'm out. We saying you're done with Man United. Northampton Town fan, yeah. Big up yourself. You don't have to go through no stress, innit, in Northampton, bro. All right, let me get into this video again. It's only 1 minute anyway. I'll let you see it. All of you are asking about Mbeumo. I'm going to play it now. That's why I think we'll keep him. Real Madrid and Benfica now click. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's an extra money for us as well. You get it? So this is what I'm saying, man. We ain't made no money this season off selling anybody. We're making money by people that we've sold and then they're getting sold. So it's crazy. We've not made no money off selling anybody, literally. This is the money that we're making. Look, we got Elanga, we got Maxi Oyedel. He's meant to be another 2 million. And then obviously when that what's his name again? Carreras, Alvaro, Fernandez, he gets sold, we get another extra 5 million or something. It's crazy, bro, man. But let me play this video for you, like, anyway, the ones that ain't seen it. This is Fabrizio basically breaking down the Mbuemo and the Osimhen stuff, yeah?
But they keep working on Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Mbeumo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try to reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then many questions on Man United side. I keep receiving many questions on that, but they keep working on Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Mbeumo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try to reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then many questions on Man United and Victor Osimhen, guys. On social media sometimes we had these suggestions, but I always told you during the summer transfer window that for Man United that deal was not advancing for one reason. Victor Osimhen never wanted to reduce his salary request, despite what Manchester United and more English clubs wanted to do. For Victor Osimhen, that was never the case. Also, Osimhen has always been very happy at Galatasaray. Galatasaray have now an agreement on the contract of Victor Osimhen until 2028 plus option till 2029. Galatasaray are negotiating with Napoli, 50 million euros plus 5 rejected, 60 million euros rejected. Napoli want 75 million euros release clause, saying that Al Hilal are prepared to pay for the player, but the player has an agreement with Galatasaray. At the moment, not with Al Hilal. This is why Napoli are insisting on a higher fee, but Galatasaray are seen as the favorites to sign Victor Osimhen, with conversations ongoing with Napoli after the agreement done with the Nigerian striker. Obviously, keep an eye on this Osimhen story, because the final fee for Osimhen is also going to be important to understand what Napoli can offer for Darwin Núñez.
It's just like last season. It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy. It's hard to be positive. So basically, yeah, look, for those that have missed it basically and didn't really get what he's saying, this is what he's saying. He's saying the conversations are advancing, but there's still no agreement. So it's basically the same things we hear all the time, but what we had earlier, this is why it's important that he's come out and done that. What we've had earlier is a Brentford journalist that's come out and basically said Brentford are Mbuemo is growing frustration, blah, blah, blah. Brentford are angry of this, how slow it's going. So he's putting out things out there as if it's going to be cancelled. Do you get it? As if the deal is about to collapse. That's what he's doing. He's putting out a lot of things out there like, oh, Brentford they're getting angry of the slowness of the deal, and even Mbuemo was increasingly frustrated. Look at the middle article, frustrated by the slow progress of Man United. So the Brentford journalist has tried to put out things to make it seem like Mbeumo's angry, Brentford's angry, like it might collapse. Fabrizio's come out and said, what are you talking about? Man United keep working on Mbeumo. There are many rumours from Spain and Italy, whatever, but I can guarantee you this week Man United are fully focused on the Mbuemo deal with Brentford. Conversations are underway with Man United absolutely focused on being, I think he said that wrong, he said being Bryan Mbuemo. The player is still waiting for Man United as a top priority. They keep advancing. So he's just shut down all of that. When you look at the two reports on the right, that's a Brentford journalist that came out today. Look, the date is at the bottom and the time. He came out today and he's saying there's frustration and all that. He's trying to scare us. We're sitting there like, oh my God, it's going to collapse. Everyone's getting scared now because he's coming out saying, they're taking too long. Brentford are frustrated. Bryan Mbuemo's frustrated. So everyone's getting spooked. This is going to collapse. We've lost out on Mbuemo. And then he's just come and just made everyone just relax. You know what I'm saying? It's still happening. United are advancing. Look at the words he's talking about. They keep advancing. So they're talking towards something, innit? That's the situation. So he just said they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There's still an agreement to be reached with Brentford, but I'm told conversations are ongoing and try to reach an agreement and to let the player travel and complete his move. Man United keep working on Mbeumo, and he's the absolute priority. And Mbeumo only wants Manchester United. Spurs want him, Newcastle, Arsenal. He said, no, I only want United. So that's the situation. That's why it's important when Fabrizio comes out and puts out little messages like this, because that's a Brentford article, Brentford journalist. He's going to say what Brentford want him to say. It's just like if a Man United journalist comes out now, we're going to hear good stuff. Oh, Brentford's the one that's making us overpay. They want 75 million, blah, 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 because Man United are going to think they're going to try and give us news that is going to make us feel like they're playing games. So when you get Fabrizio, who is on no one side, he just says it how it is. That's what happens. So Fabrizio's literally just said, yo, mate, it's going to happen. Just give it some time. But they're still working right now. At least the Amazon series would have made me laugh because of the comedy. Yeah, true, innit? But can you imagine it, though? Banana dancing in the dressing room. Like, it would have been madness. It would have been like Love Island, bro. Big Brother house. They're looking at the cameras every minute. Luke Shaw and Mason Mount just doing that to their hair. It would have been mad. Yeah, it would have been a myth. I don't understand why delay is signing off players. It's difficult for us, Man United. It's mad, man. I just feel like, you see these players, yeah? They're all going, we've finished 15th and they've been told they need to go. So now they're getting a hang of themselves to leave. But before that, they were all moving too bougie. You can't have the freedom fighters. Like, I'll show you them in a minute what I'm talking about. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll show you. But you can't have the freedom fighters all sitting there and saying, I only want to go this place. I only want to do that. No, we finished 15th. You've got to go. Just pack your bags, mate. If a bid comes in, make it happen and go get your career back on track. That's it. But you had man literally sitting there and saying, nah, I only want to go to Barcelona. I only want to go to this place. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, you can't, like, you're too bougie, bro. This is what I'm talking about. So when man say about why they're not getting sold, you got to remember, these guys are moving mad. Let me get into it. Look, you got Rashford, only wants to go Barcelona. And they don't even want him. They want Luis Diaz. You got Garnacho. He's saying, I only want to stay in the Prem. These guys are bougie. So how you're limiting your options. If you want 60, 50 million for him and he only wants to stay in the Prem, who's going to buy him? It's going to be Chelsea, Aston Villa maybe, and that's it. He's not going Arsenal. He's not going to City. Who else can afford him? So this is what I'm trying to say. You're limiting yourself. Barcelona's not coming in for you, Garnacho. Real Madrid ain't coming in for you. I know you're thinking Ronaldo and all these things, your ego, but they're not coming in for you, brother. Yeah, Malacia. Does anyone even remember he still plays for us? Do you know what I'm saying? Sancho. I'm not taking a wage cut. Only now he's taking a wage cut because he's realised this is serious. They're not letting me come back for pre-season. World Cup is next year. I tried the little games with Chelsea. They told me to fuck off. I tried the little games with Napoli. They told me to fuck off. I tried little games with Fenerbahce. I didn't want to go there. Now it's like, you know what? Juventus is my last option. I have to take a pay cut. So it's hit him. And it might hit Rashford soon with the Barca thing that they want Luis Diaz. They don't really want him. They want Nico Williams, now they want Diaz. Anthony, he's waiting for Betis. He's saying, I only want to wait for Real Betis. I loved it over there. They showed me love. They made me feel myself. He started crying and all of that. But even Anthony, you've got to wake up and smell the coffee. They can't pay your wage. They came out today. They can't pay his wage or something. So, big man, Como wants you. There's other teams that want you. Yeah, just get out of here. You're in a Brazilian team. World Cup is next year. Keep your spot, bro. Simple as that. So yeah, let me get a few of these messages and then I'll get into the rest of them. I want next season to be happy. We all do, Sylvester. All of us want to be happy, bro. All of us want to be happy. How did we get linked with Jamie Vardy? I'll show you about that in a minute. We're not linked to him, man. It's not even that serious. They've been offered to us. A lot of people are taking it out of context and running with it. We should be free agent midfielder. Eriksen can't do this, man. Eriksen can't handle the pressure right now, man. He's done. Why are you saying, here we go? I didn't say, here we go. I said, Elanga, here we go, money. I didn't say, here we go. Read that again, Paul. Clearly says for Elanga. Love for that young source. He said that for Elanga money. Exactly. I would never clickbait you lot, man. You know me, man. It's the metric community. We're all one, man. Make sure you lot hit the like button as well and subscribe if you're new here, man. We do this every day. I give you lot all the news, man. Man United. Evening, mate. Big up yourself, Paul, man. But yeah, I said, here we go. I literally said Elanga just before the here we go. It says Elanga, here we go, money. But yeah, it's all good, Paul. Anyway, it's all good. United still hardcore with Mbuemo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's good that Fabrizio came out and said that. Afternoon. Big up yourself, Stefan. And Mbeumo still in LA. LA? Still in. Shows how keen he is to go back to Brentford. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. So it's 5-6 weeks and we never... Bruv, I don't understand it. Everyone's getting their things done. Everyone just... I don't know what we're talking about, to be honest. We must be talking about cookies or something. I don't know, bruv. What are we talking about? Please try all means. Do as the best, Man United. Think twice, please. At least next season we become better. Yeah, man. We got a Galatasaray fan in here still. We got a Galatasaray fan in here, yeah? Listen, mate. Where are you not getting your money from to be able to afford all these wages? That's what I want to know, Hasfit, man. Who's the other one? There was another one as well. What? There's a few of them in there. There was another one. There was another Galatasaray fan in there, weren't there? Mehmet. Yeah, man. The Galatasaray fans are just here. Where are you not getting your money from? I don't know how you not got this money, bro, to afford these wages. This guy's on 300k a week. And that's what Fabrizio just come out and basically said. For those that missed it, he said, listen, Osimhen is on a mad wage. We was advancing. We've been talking. But many questions on Osimhen and Man United. I've always told you for the club, the deal was not advancing for one reason. So there was no other reason. He would have came to us without Champions League, anything like that. It would have been cool. But it was only one reason why it wasn't advancing. And that was because he would not reduce his salary. And then you got Yago, who's the most reliable. Hasfit, if I'm lying, let them know I'm lying. Yago is very reliable for Turkish news. And he came out yesterday and said, Man United really want to sign Victor Osimhen, but asked for a salary reduction and he refused. So we all know what it is with Osimhen, innit? He wants money, innit? That's it. He doesn't want to go to another club. He just wants peas. And Galatasaray can afford that wage for him. They can pay him what they want. So it's good for them. But even, look, Fabrizio says, that's why United and more English clubs wanted to do. So a lot of English clubs wanted him, but he's not going to release his salary. So if you don't reduce your salary, no one's going to come near you. You're going to break everyone's wage structure. So he's on a money thing. Big up him. He got himself in that position where he can ask for whatever money he wants. So if he stays at Galatasaray, I hope he does well over there, man. I hope he does well for you, like Hasfit. Obviously, I would have wanted him. He was my number one, but if he's not coming, then no problem, man. It is what it is. Just imagine almost 1 month you're just talking about Mbuemo and nothing is happening. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Every day, man's more or less talking about this geezer and you're not seeing nothing. Love how it says Brentford are also frustrated when they're creating a bidding war. Mate, they're comparing him to Elanga, exactly. It's nuts. Why are fans so negative? You know the score of us. 1 game a week for all season. Stay up, let's boss up and do his job. Yeah, it's true. But you know what it is though? I think it's just because of the week we've had. We've had a mad week. Everything's going slow. Gyokeres has turned us down and it's like evident now he's going Arsenal. Then we're like, Osimhen's come out and turned us down basically. It's like we're just stuck. And then we're getting linked to fucking Calvert-Lewin. Oh my days, it's just getting worse and worse. And you got to remember, the media loves Man United. They need to feed their family. So they go, what can I do to get paid today? In fact, there's nothing I can do. Manchester United. So they'll just link us with anyone. So when you're just online and all you're seeing is Man United is negative, 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 bruv, it hurts. And especially for me, I have to come here and say it to you. Like, it's like, oh my God, this is long. I ain't got time to go there and sit down and talk negative about Man United. It's long. Tamba, good. We need to sell out these bandits for the team so we can buy a new set of players. This is what I'm saying. But these bandits have all got their preferred places and they're all bougie. Anthony only wants to go Betis. Garnacho only wants to stay in the Premier League. Rashford only wants Barca. Bro, they're moving mad. Sancho has only took a pay cut now. But before, he was like, I'm not taking a pay cut. Napoli walked off. This guy's a joker, walked off. Chelsea walked off, joker. Fenerbahce was in for him. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to go to outside the top 5 leagues. So now it's like, because of this, what they've done to them with the pre-season stuff and exiled them, it's like now they're kind of like, they're knowing themselves, like, rah. Remember, Garnacho sits on the bench for Argentina. He never really plays, but he sits on the bench. So he might think, next year, World Cup, I might have a chance. So he might have to get a club. But he's saying, I only want Premier League. Who's going to be able to afford Garnacho in the Premier League? Let's just say it's 50 million. Aston Villa or Chelsea, if they don't come in for him, what's he going to do? Come on, man. It's crazy, bro. Without a goalkeeper, United is nothing. Stop all the signing and sign a goalkeeper. You'll prove me wrong in Arsenal game without a goalkeeper. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Anana's a problem. But we're linked with a goalkeeper, though. We're linked with a goalkeeper anyway, John Victor, but we're waiting for Bryan to go. I think Bryan has got to go. As soon as Bryan goes, we'll go for the goalkeeper, John Victor. And even what's his name? Laurie Whitwell, who is very reliable for Man United News, he linked us to a goalkeeper today. The same goalkeeper we've been linked with a few times. So it's looking like something is brewing over there with a goalkeeper situation still with John Victor. But I think it's a Bryan signing. As soon as Bryan goes, we'll go for John Victor. And then hopefully he can creep up and be the number 1. You know, like that, like in the future, he can be the number 1. I think that's what's going on in the background. But we got to wait for Bryan to go. So right now, they don't really make no sense really talking about goalkeepers until we get rid of one. You know them ones, like we need to get rid of one and then bam. This came out earlier from Laurie Whitwell. Laurie Whitwell is reliable for Man United News. He works for The Athletic. Hello. He said there remains a prospect of United signing another goalkeeper with Botafogo's John on the list of potential targets. And it says Man United are eyeing a move for Botafogo goalkeeper John, and that's for Manchester Evening News on the 6th of June. Do you understand? 6th of June, that's what man was saying about goalkeepers. So it's been brewing. This is nothing new. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've got reports about this keeper for ages. Let me show you like how long we've been chasing this keeper for. This is why I tell a lot of you lot, when you lot see us, when I'm putting in these little journalists sometimes, some people might think, that's a little journalist. I'm waiting for Fabrizio. I tell you lot all the time, it's not all about Fabrizio, bro. Sometimes you got the little journalists that bill it up. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 6 different journalists, yeah, in Brazil. Look at the dates at the bottom of all these articles. The 29th, 4th, 5th. Look at the names in the blue. All 6 of them are different names. All different journalists are all talking about this keeper. Man United are working on a replacement for Onana, 6 million. Man United are seeking signing John Victor, 10 million. Man United have made an inquiry, it'll be 5.8 million. Man United are the club that are talking to the goalkeeper coach for Botafogo to get information. Man United watched the game that Botafogo played against Palmeiras in the Club World Cup. Man United are eyeing this keeper, 6.7. Do you get it? And I thought, listen to this. Why is all these different... When you see, when it's too much different little journalists, it all adds up. So I was watching the Sporting, like the Portuguese journalists all saying, gyokeres is going Arsenal, gyokeres going... I'm like, what are they talking about? But they were all saying it, like 7 of them. And then bam, Fabrizio and that came out and said the same thing. So this is what I'm saying. This is what was going on from the 29th of June all the way to the 5th of June. We kept getting linked to this keeper every single day. And then all of a sudden, Laurie Whitwell, who's so reliable for Man United News, came out and basically said it's 100% true. So we are linked with him. Do you understand? And he's going to be a Bayern replacement. If he comes, Bayern is going. And remember, Bayern came for 3-4 million. So he's worth 5.8. That's his release clause. So we might pay like 7 mil or something just to get it on top of the release clause. So that's the situation with the goalkeeper. Is it Alo that asked that? Yeah, that's the situation with the goalkeeper. We're very, very linked with this guy. We're too linked with him. That's too much journalists to not for not to be no smoke. That only today it's been verified by the English media now. So it's certified that we're definitely looking at a keeper. But when Bayern goes, who's going to take Bayern? I don't know. Maybe we let him go somewhere like Southampton or something, and then we take him. So that's the situation with goalkeepers. United will sign Osimhen. Watch, they will drop. Nah, bro. Let me give you the bad news about Osimhen. I've just played a video. If you missed it, this is what he said about Osimhen. His salary is a myth. He's close to signing for Galatasaray. He's literally going to re-sign for them. So Osimhen's, I don't want to burst your tears, bro, DJ, but yeah, it's a myth, bro, man. I would love for us to ask Osimhen, bro. I would love for us to sign him, but it's not going to happen. Yago was reliable for Turkish news, and Fabrizio said it today. Literally, I just played the video. He said it today. It's not going to happen, bro. Losing that final cost us. Trust me, Mark, man. That's what I keep saying, man. That final, everything comes back to that final. The lap, gyokeres, everything. The money. Now we got after Mbuemo, we have to sell to buy all of that. We would have had that extra 100 million, but it is what it is. What can we do in it? We can't go back no more. Man United, the most unserious team. The club is a broken record. Enjoy another crap season to see Amran get sacked before Christmas. Not his fault. Blame the owners. Yeah, I don't know, man. How about you've gone mad with this one, Hunt? You've gone mad with this one. That's a timeout there. Still, that's definitely a timeout. Our focus on goal next season to survive the league. Amran first day back meeting with players. We got to calm down and chill, United. And this is what I'm saying, man. We need to take it easy. But I understand why we're all going through it, because it is a weird week. This week has been negative. Osimhen rejected. Nope, he's not going to drop his wage. Gyokeres going Arsenal, and we're getting linked. And then you lot are waking up, and all we're seeing is fucking where is it? Calvert-Lewin. So I don't blame us, because it's negative. It's negative to wake up, and this is all you're seeing is just Man United with negative stuff. So I get why everyone's angry, but you got to remember, bro, like something must be brewing. There's no way we can stay angry for this long. There's going to be something that's brewing. They're going to have to do some sort of PR where tomorrow we might get a here we go or something. We just don't know. Like anything can happen. So yeah, that's the situation with that, man. It's just Osimhen's not happening though. Yeah, I got to burst my man's bubble and tell him the truth. You know me, bro. I come here, I tell you the realness and the truth. I don't ever come in just show you positive stuff. I show you the positive, the negative, what's good and what's not, and I tell you who I think is reliable, etc. Yago is reliable. Fabrizio, we all know is reliable. David Ornstein and Laurie Whitwell. He works with David Ornstein. They both work for the Athletic. So that's the situation. And look, I kept asking everyone, who do you want as a striker? Everyone will say to me, the only two people that are left is Ollie Watkins or Mateta. Mateta is now linked with AC Milan. So it's just getting worse and worse and worse, man. It's getting worse and worse and worse. We're losing all our targets, mate. Greenwood bad. He's gone mad with that one, isn't it? Shut the fuck up. Yorkshire Cowboy, big up yourself for that one, though. Last thing we need is more young. Yeah, it's true. Knobheads. Oma Barada got this. You saying you believe in, yeah? How happy would you be this team if Mbuemo top striker, solid midfielder with a goalkeeper? Of course, striker, midfielder, Mbuemo and a goalkeeper. Bro, who else do we need? Obviously, we got to think about AFCON, innit? AFCON's going to happen in December, for those that don't know. They go for a month. Ahmad's going to be gone. Mbuemo, if we signed them by then. Mazraoui and Onana. So we got to have replacements for them. We cannot rely on Bryan there for a month. No way. This guy can't kick. He can't do nothing. He had one good game against Arsenal in the FA Cup, and he's never played it again since. A good game. This guy, they're scoring corners against him, against Tottenham. So as long as we change it, maybe if we get this John Victor guy, I'll be happy with that. You get it? Wouldn't mind, because at least there's someone new to give them a chance. He's Brazilian, 29, just come true, bro. And he's 5.8 million. He's cheap as well. So if we get him, I'll be calm with it. But if we keep buying there, whilst Anana's an Afcon, because remember, Anana's shit, but he's the best of the rest. See how mad that is? Anana's shit, but he's better than Bryan there and Tom Heaton. See how crazy it is? So we need someone new that can, like, he might come in for Bryan there and then he might take over Anana on the slide. We might give him a few chances, and especially when Anana goes to Afcon, he might just be the number one, and then we're like, wow, we like this guy. He comes out and catches crosses. He's more realistic, and then before you know it, he's our new number one. 5.8 million. Come on, man. Can't go wrong, mate. What are they talking about? They ain't talking. I'm not. Santos putting the tunes in there, the quotes of the tunes. The Brian Clough say, if we want to win titles, you need a top keeper. Yeah, it's true. We need a top keeper. But the thing with Onana, yeah, nobody wants him. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a guy that nobody wants. So it's kind of hard for us. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, so people keep blaming, Ineos are going crazy, bro. Nobody wants our players. And our players are coming with bougie stuff. Onana, Monaco wanted him. And what did Onana say? He wanted a big wage or something. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, the geezer wanted a big wage. Monaco's not going to pay you that wage. So you've gone mad. This is what's happening with us, man. It's just a catch-22. It keeps going on and on and on. We're not signing goalkeeper. Just pray Onana doesn't fumble. It looks like we could, though, because we've been linked with this guy so heavy. The Brazilian media has gone crazy linking us with him, and then now Laurie Whitwell's come out today and said this today, and even Samuel Lockhurst that Man United, Manchester Evening Men have said it. So buying their goals for like a 3 million, we'll just double that and get him, and then slowly but surely, hopefully, he could take over Onana's throne. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're talking about all these shitholes, Callum Wilson and all of that. John Victor looks likely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looks likely if Bryan there goes. We'll get him. We need Bryan there to go first. Onana's the nightmare of United. Onana is a myth. I'm scared. I'm in Old Trafford. Every time the ball comes in the box as a corner, anything, I'm like, oh my gosh, please. As soon as he grabs it, yes. Everybody's terrified of Onana. We're all scared, shaking. You lot must be scared watching it in Old Trafford, in your TV, whatever. Every time the ball comes in the box, you're just scared, bruv. He's so shaky. United are eyeing the wrong Victor. Listen, this Victor don't want to come. The other Victor, Gyokeres, don't want to come. So we went and found another Victor. We tried 2 Victors before, and then we've gone with this one. You know what I'm saying? John Victor, you know, different. If goalkeeper and striker are same for next season, we're in trouble. Yeah. Højlund saying he wants to stay. Oh, brother, it's gone mad, bro. It's gone mad. Cool. Let me show you about. Hopefully, we get one of the 3 Victors. Yeah, John Victor, isn't it? That's the one we're gonna get, Santos. Let me show you about my man. Højlund's talking about he wants to stay and all of that, but he's looking like he's gonna leave. This came out earlier on today from Laurie Whitwell, of course, the most reliable, and he said, "Listen, Højlund faces an uncertain future. He hopes to stay and fight for his place and spent last week training with Harry Maguire in Portugal, but his future is uncertain." Fabrizio came out yesterday saying that Højlund doesn't want to leave this summer. He desires to stay. The only possibility for sell is in case United decide to advance in talks. So basically what he's saying is, if United advance in talks with a club and say, Højlund, we've accepted a bid from Inter Milan or something, we want you to go, he's going to go. But what I think what United is doing is they're not sitting there and telling these players that they want them to go. They're just saying to them, yeah, just in case they stay. Because they're all so shit and no one wants our players. They've got to a stage where they can't be bothered to keep telling players that they want them to go. They've already exiled 5 players and said, we want you lot to go. So now it's like they've got to a stage where it's like, bruv, hopefully a bid will come in for these players and then we can make them go. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like they don't want to just upset them for no reason. That's where it's a bit mad. So that's the situation with my man. That's what's going on with him. So yeah, he faces uncertainty. And Laurie Whitwell himself, he said last week that he's more likely to leave than stay. Højlund's more likely to leave than stay. He said it himself. So boy, he should be out of it. Do you understand? And this keeps coming out. It keeps coming out about his future. But it's just like I'm saying to you, we're watching these guys and we're seeing how shit they are. The whole world is watching them too. So these scouting guys, they're looking at this guy and going, shit, Inter Milan have come in, but they only want a loan. They don't even want to buy him. They don't even trust him. They're saying, we'll take him for a loan for 1 year and then we might buy him. So no one's even got it's crazy, man. No one's got faith in these guys, man. I told you about Elanga. We got the Here We Go. Do you understand? This is where we got a little bit of money from. This is where we're getting our money from now. We're getting our money from Here We Goes of people that we've sold a year or two ago, 2-3 years ago. We've not sold no one. It's crazy, brother. We'll get Osimhen for sure. Nah, DJ, man. How much time have I got to show you, man? Osimhen's a myth, big man. Osimhen's not working, bro. Hybrid. Nunes is for sale. What Nunes? What, Darwin Nunes? Fair, you want Darwin Nunes? I will never take Darwin Nunes, big man. He's an us, mate. Osimhen and... Don't tell me that's how you spell Ineos. Osimhen and Mbuemo, Edison, Rio's better season. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Just watch. This guy thinks we're going to get Osimhen. Madman. Osimhen is FUT thinking he's a greedy merchant. That's what I'm saying, bro. My man's not caring about nothing. Everyone wants him. He would have probably had Liverpool or something coming for him, but he wants that bag so much that he's going to stay over there. But good on him, man. That's what he wants to do. Good on him. We need good ballers. I'm with your channel, man. United bid for Osimhen this week, bro. We've tried Osimhen. It's not happening, DJ, big man. DJ is not having it. Less one victor in Osimhen, another one to Arsenal. We'll see if the Brazilian comes. Trust me. That's our only chops. Our only option of a victor is literally that goalkeeper. If it's not him, we're pissed. If Sancho signs for Juve, we are rushing for Osimhen. Yeah, we could with the wages. We could still, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Obviously, for those that don't know, Napoli rejected a bid for Galatasaray today. They rejected a bid. So, mate, what you're saying might be true, but it don't seem like anything like that is happening. This team makes me sad. No new signing. I know, man. We're going for a horrible time right now, man. I can see us getting money in, say 150 million, and no time to do anything. I said the same thing yesterday, Stefan. I said, yo, we're going to sell all these players. They're all going to go, but they might go in the end of August. The market closes on the 1st of September. All these players might go then. And by that time, it's too late. We might start moving in Juventus in January. Do you get it? It's long. Power Kitchen, United need a goal scorer. Who will meet? Mate, I think, like I said, innit, Watkins is the last guy left now. It's got to be Watkins now because Mateta looks like he might be on his way to AC Milan. So it was up. Everyone was saying Ekitike is not available. Gyokeres is going to Arsenal. Osimhen wants the money. He's staying at Gala. We're not getting none of these bozos. These bozos, as it says, they've been offered to us. And we will only get one of them as a stopgap, like a loan at the end of the market, if we didn't get anyone we wanted. So it looks like Mateta's going. So I think the only person will be Ollie Watkins, mate. That's the only person we can get. United is built from the back using a goalkeeper in United history. Without a goalkeeper, just watch Onana. Again, mate, I don't want to think about him, man. He scares me, man. Making United fans mad, but Barada working it. Just watch, as soon as we sell Sancho, we get Osimhen. I hope so. And if you're right, DJ, then big you up, yeah? And I'm going to come in and say you was right. Onana will keep us bottom half of the table, even with Osimhen's goals. It's crazy. Osimhen, Gala, Osimhen. We saying the more Galatasaray fans in here, fucking hell. Yeah, Galatasaray fans in here today, innit? New keeper could have a blinder when Onana's away. This is what I'm saying about Victor. If Victor comes and Onana goes AFCON in December, that month, and we've got City, I think we got Villa, we've got some good games. I think Newcastle. So he might do something special then. And then it's like, yeah, we have to stay with him. Do you know what I'm saying? So it might be a good time for him to come and really do what he needs to do. United cooking something. I know that DJ probably believes, but Bruv, listen, we all got to have faith in it and we all got to keep believing, like I said to you, because something's going to come out. There's going to be some PR anyway that's going to come out and say, listen, this is what's really going on, etc. So we can't stay like this forever in it. But it is a negative time, I'll be real, because you can't get all this news in one week. Remember, I report this every day. So I'm seeing it. One day we've been rejected by Osimhen. Next day, Gyokeres is going to Arsenal. Now we're linked with Calvert-Lewin. Everyone's fucking bantering us. Everywhere you look, we're getting bantered. Calvert-Lewin. I'm like, oh my God, this is madness. And then it's just, so it has to stop somewhere. So we'll probably get it. Here we go soon for Mbuemo. And then we'll see from that. We honestly need a striker first, though. We're linked with him today as well, you know. Let me show you that striker. John Moise Keane. Laurie Whitwell, who is very reliable, he came out today and said Man United have been keeping tabs on Moise Keane, who has a 52 million euros release clause that can be triggered until 15th of July. United are the Premier League club to have shown the most interest. And I put his stats here for you, like he's 25, etc. And if you look at his stats, remember he played at Everton as well, innit? He weren't all that at Everton. I don't think he only played 2 games, or I'm sure he played more than that. But yeah, anyways, so Serie A, he scored 19 goals and he got 3 assists. But he's been dull before that. If you look at his gap, he was at PSG in 2020. He scored a bit of goals, 17 goals. And then 5 years later, he scored a lot of goals for Fiorentina. But look at in between that. He's not really done much. And I don't really rate him, to be honest. I don't think he's all that. Man. So I don't know. But we're linked with him. This is what Laurie Whitwell said earlier. He said we're linked with him. Well, he didn't say we've explored it or we really want him. We've more made contact with Watkins. We've made contact with Watkins still. We ain't made contact with him. So there's been no contact, but we've made the most tabs. We've kept the most tabs on him. Out of all the Premier League clubs, we've kept the most tabs. So, man, we might end up going for Moise Keane then. And there's his stats there for you lot to see. 19 goals, 3 assists. But before that, he had 20 games in Juventus and scored no goals. 40 games and scored 8 goals. 42 games and scored 6 goals. So he's very inconsistent, that it looks like. He's not a guy that bags every season. He went to Everton. He was a flop. He was at PSG when he was younger. When he was 20 years old, he scored 17 goals. And then now he just scored 25 in all. Because remember, he scored 5 in the Conference League as well. But, mate, he's a bit inconsistent. And is he going to do that in the big league as well? This is what Højlund was doing. Obviously, Højlund didn't get this much goals. But, mate, is he going to come to the big league and be able to move around? But we're keeping tabs on him. He's got a £45 million release clause. So we'll see what happens with him. But I don't think we'll be in for him, man. I've seen the reports about my man Watkins. I think that's the guy that we're going to end up going for. It'll be Watkins. Galatasaray is going bananas in this chat today. They're on a different thing. They are rating the Osimhen chat differently. I said Højlund needs to learn scoring. Højlund needs to just bounce, man. I reckon he'll do well if he goes back to Italy, man. Any of them leagues that's got a lot of space, he'll do well. 100%, it's going to be low. If United financial were good, then we'll release with the deadwood. Easy. Ratcliffe said we'll walk into the right solution, not the wrong one. Well, I think it's time to sprint. Yeah, man, it's mad right now. That's what I'm saying. It's just a negative time at the moment, man. It's not ideal for us to be in any of these situations. Let me run through what's happened today anyway and everything and all the news I've been through. I still got to show you about Garnacho as well, but I'll run through it anyway. So basically, Fabrizio Romano's come out with a video and he's broke it down. I played the video earlier. I'll probably play it on the way out. But Man United keep working on Mbuemo. There are many rumours. So basically, we're getting linked with so much different players right now. But he's saying Mbuemo is our main priority. So stop listening to the bullshit. We want Mbuemo. And this came, a Brentford journalist who is called Sam Taboo. He put out something today at 11 in the morning saying, listen, Bryan Mbeumo is growing increasingly frustrated by the slow progress of the deal. So he's came out here and tried to make us even more sad because he's saying Mbuemo wants Man United, but he's getting it frustrated. Why it's so slow? Even Brentford are getting frustrated. Why it's so slow? So he's tried to make us all negative as if we're just going to have a panic attack. And then Fabrizio's came out and said, yo, it's still ongoing. they keep advancing. What are you talking about? There's a lot of rumors about Spain and Italy. We're linked with them other players. It's not true. We want Mbuemo. We're working towards it. We're still in contact. So he just came out with this article for no reason, basically. So people might look at it and think he's not really saying nothing too much. He's just saying the same stuff. We're advancing, we're talking, etc. But you've got to realize he said it at a time where it could have been the other way around, where Mbuemo was increasingly frustrated. Look at the words he's using, increasingly frustrated. You understand? We're automatically going to feel, what? It might collapse. And he's come and just made you look, no, yo, relax. Nothing ain't going on like that. It's cool. It's still ongoing. So yeah, man, he just let us know. That's what Fabrizio basically said about Mbuemo. And then he spoke about Osimhen. He told us about Osimhen. He said, listen, many questions on Osimhen and Man United. The fans keep asking me. I always told you for the club, the deal was not advancing for one reason. Just one. Everything's cool. He will come to Man United about Champions League. He will come here. But the only reason is he never wanted to reduce his salary. And that's what United and more English club wanted to do. His salary is like €288 right now. And obviously he's going to want more money when he signs for you. So he's looking at 300k or something. And that's breaking everyone's wage structure. So Yago came out and said the same thing yesterday. Man United really want to sign Osimhen. Yago's the most reliable Turkish journalist. All the Galatasaray fans in the chat can tell you, like, he's proper reliable. And he basically said the same thing. The player refused to reduce his salary, and that's why it's not working. So it's up to you, like, what you don't want to think, basically. So is it a thing where we should just go for him regardless, fuck the salary, or we keep it a bit and just keep the salary base calm? Because now look at how we got to sell Sancho and Rashford. They're only limited to certain clubs because not everyone can afford their salary. So maybe it's something like that, even though he's 27 or something. So you wouldn't really have to sell him after that. But I don't know, man. It's a weird one. But this is the situation. And this is what Fabrizio said. Let me get a few more of these quickly. We should try for Rodrigo. Rodrigo is not, I don't think he's leaving Real Madrid. And if he is, he's going to Arsenal. They really, really, really want him, Ashwin. We can't get him. And remember, Rodrigo's more of he's like a winger, isn't it? He can play as an inside forward, actually. But, mate, we ain't got no money for Mbuemo. They're going to want about 90 million for Rodrigo. How are we going to get that money from? Just watch. We're going to get him. This guy thinks we're going to get Osimhen DJ. If we get Osimhen, then fuck, we got to throw DJ a party or something, bruv, if we get Osimhen, because he is adamant we're going to get him. We can't make panic buy. We don't want to make that mistake. Yeah. That's why I think we're getting linked with a lot of people. And that's why I think all these briefs are coming out about the free agents, because we will get a free agent last result for a year. Just come true. We don't trust Højlund. Xerxes good, but he doesn't score a lot of goals. Let's just get a Calvert-Lewin to just come and be part of that free. And then at the end of that season, we'll have the money ready to go for a proper striker in the market. That's why they put these things out sometimes. But I don't think we're going to even get to that stage. Man said Calvert-Lewin. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. We shouldn't even be linked to these players. United need Mbuemo and Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez has made more mistakes than Onana should have. Emi Martinez has made more mistakes than Onana, but he doesn't play for Man United, so you don't see it on the news everywhere. When Onana makes a mistake, they talk about it for a whole week. Aston Villa can get away with it. I saw an article, I had it before, I showed it to everyone on here. Emi Martinez makes more mistakes than Onana, and Onana's prevented more goals than him. Like and subscribe, my peoples, man. Make sure you hit up the like button, man. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You know we're doing this every day for you lot, man. All the Man United news. Make sure you subscribe, bro. All of you lot. We need to round up our signs as soon as possible. I'm telling you, Adediran. I'm telling you. Carrot Lunists, allow it. allow it. Let's get a number 6 and we chill to next season if FFP is top. That's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying if we get Mbuemo, just get a number 6 and then Xerxes can do a little interchange with them. But, mate, I think we need a striker, man. The amount of games we had last season that we could have won, but we didn't win because we didn't have a striker. It was mad. There was so much games that we should have won. And Højlund was just fucking it up for us. What's the update on Sancho to Juventus? I'm going to play that one next. That's literally next. Don't worry. I'm going to get into that Sudasan. I've got you. I prefer Watkins more than Calvert-Lewin. Me too, bro. I'll show you a lot about Watkins as well. Don't worry. No, United not interested in Keane. This is from that's from Laurie Whitwell. He's reliable, bro. I told you who's reliable and who's not. Laurie Whitwell from Man United News is reliable. He's part of the Athletic. Athletic is David Ornstein's crew. Do you understand? Athletic is reliable. The two main journalists for Man United for world football is David Ornstein and Fabrizio. Athletic is what David Ornstein works for. So he's reliable, mate. Laurie Whitwell. And he said, he didn't say we're exploring a deal for Moise Keane. He didn't say we're in for him. He didn't say we want him. He said we're keeping tabs. We're keeping tabs. And United are the Premier League club to have shown the most interest. We're just showing a bit of interest and keeping tabs. Nothing serious. Do you understand? But he's just showing us, innit, what's going on. No, man. This Everton striker is injury pro, same as Newcastle striker. Yeah. Talking about the Calvert-Lewins and that. They're all dead. They're done. Their time of their career is finished. United never signed Keane. Yeah, hopefully we don't. Keane failed in the Premier League. He did. Manchester United asked Mbuemo forced move to Man United. Keane is also fake, man. And Mbuemo will sign this week. You think we're going to sign Osimhen and Mbuemo is going to sign this week now? Fuck, blood. You're on it. Ask Anthony Dos Santos. Bam. Let me get into this. So Osimhen, like I've said to you lot, he's refused to play for us. And then we got the freedom fighter, Sudarshan. Freedom fighter's here. This is the situation with him. That's all come out today. I told you, look, the news for today. Sometimes I might show you about yesterday, whatever, but this is all today. Juventus are now very close to a final agreement with Jadon Sancho. The player has already accepted a wage cut to move to Turin. Juventus have offered him $6 million a year. The player is likely to accept 6.5 a year plus bonuses. So that looks close. That's like 500k and plus a little bit of change. Juventus have already reached an agreement with Manchester United for 25 million euros, which is about 20 million. Remember, we wanted 25 million, but we've already got 5 million from Chelsea. So that's 25 million when it adds up. And our thing ain't even the money, it's the wages that needs to go. So that's the situation with Sancho. Muric come out and said Juventus has no plan A or plan B. They are working on Sancho and they're working on Conceição to make that permanent. Because the reporter came out and said they're going to pick one of them. They're only going to go for one, Conceição or Sancho. He's basically shut it down and said they want both of them. You've gone mad. And he just said new contacts expected today for Sancho. And that was at 2:52. So we'll see. Something might come out in an hour or so or 2 hours from Fabrizio or something else. Remember, I'll be back on later as well. So I'll show you that if something's come out. But that's the situation on the freedom fighter. He's close to getting his freedom. We're close to getting our freedom. He should be gone soon, hopefully. Elanga or your Daily Greenwood will get decent money. Yeah, I spoke about that as well. The Elanga money. I'll get into it again. Don't worry. I'm just running through the news right now anyway. So this is the freedom fighter. It's simple. Our board sucks and the Glazers are key for this mess. Yeah, the Glazers put us in a mad position, man. Mad position where it takes about a year or two to get out of. Sancho, Rashford, these guys, their wages are so mad. After we've got out of that, because Cunha's coming on 150 and Mbuemo might be coming on 150, we'll never be in that mess again. If we was to sell Cunha in 2 years, God forbid, everyone can buy him. It's only 150. Everyone can come. Anyone from anywhere, but you can't go and sell Sancho and he's on 280k. No one can afford that. You know what I'm trying to say? Unless he takes a wage cut. So that's the situation with the freedom fighter. He looks close to leaving. They need the 6 million a year is what they've offered. He would accept 6 million plus 5. So they just need to add up probably 1 million onto there or 500k or something, and it should be all right. That's from Core Sport. Marique said that they're going to have contacts today. So we'll see what happens. We'll hear something later about it. Hopefully, so here we go. But until then, we'll see. Just like Højlund came from Serie A. Yeah, the Serie A thing, I don't trust it, mate. Vlahovic, we're linked with him. I'm not on it. Imagine we get Sesko. We won't get Sesko. You see, one thing I realized about Ineos and that, they're not trying to do the project thing. What we done with Højlund, I don't think they're going to do that again. They're scarred. They're not going to do that. That's what the other regime done. 72 million on Højlund. And it's a project. They're trying to buy 60 million on Prime. Mbeumo, Cunha, we'll spend the money now because we know you've got potential now. You've done it in this league. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they will do that to like a potential. That's why Ekatike, we're not really linked with him no more. Mbuemo should force it. Yeah, man. But Mbuemo is very professional though. It's coming out. It's getting said that he's professional, so he won't force it or whatever. All those players think United freeload. Yeah, it's mad. Metch, do you live in Manchester? Northampton, it matters. Just curious. No, I don't live in Manchester. Not anymore. No. I'm always over there though. That's all we banked today. Not that. It just makes me sick. Just hearing all those free agent bums. This is what they're trying to do though. And this, you lot got to remember something. We're Manchester United. All the rivals hate us. All the little clubs, big clubs, everyone. So you put a story about Man United, we're all going to click it first. Like, oh, Man United. And all the rivals are going to click it to laugh at us. So no matter what you do, if you got no story for the day, you just talk about Man United. Talk sport and all of that. That's all they do. 8 million Elanga, Maxi 2 mil, Malacia 3 million. Is that all we want for Malacia? 3 million. We bought him for 13 million. That's crazy. Not that it matters, but Northampton silly pretext. I swear the guy invented is ducking ASO. I don't have a clue, bro. I don't have a clue about Northampton. I've been there once, though. I've been there once to the town centre and that. Who else can we get about? Donnarumma, Onana's horrible, mate. We are having the worst transfer window ever. We're linked with a keeper. We're linked with a keeper called John Victor. Out of all the victors we was linked with, Gyokeres, Osimhen, it looks like we're gonna get him. If Bryan there goes, this is from the Athletic, Laurie Whitwell. That's him in the picture. He's very reliable from Man United News. If Bryan there leaves, because Bryan there we got him for about 3-4 million. So if Bryan there leaves, we will get him, and he's about 5.8 million. So it's not too different. And he might be better than Onana. This is what I'm thinking that their plan might be, is get John Victor in. Remember, guys, December, AFCON is coming. Onana, Ahmad, Mazraoui, and maybe Mbeumo are all going for 1 month. So we need the second keeper to step up. I know we played Newcastle and Aston Villa in that time. So I think he's going to come if we sell Bryan there. And I think if he's better than Onana, that will be his time to shine. And then he just takes the light from there. That's what I think the plan is. I think he might be better than Onana. I don't know, but we're very linked with him. He's only 5.8 million. And like it says, the addition of another goalkeeper could potentially push Bryan there closer to an exit. And Laurie Whitwell said that today about him, today. So something is brewing in the background. Something is brewing in the background with goalkeepers. I remember John Victor, he played in the Club World Cup and we went to watch him. We went to watch him against Palmeiras. So why are we interested in all these keepers? I remember the Emi Martinez thing as well. Fabrizio said, yeah, we was interested in Emi Martinez. We were talking to his representatives. Why? And then you got to remember, this came out yesterday about Onana. Let me show you something, Sudashan. It says, look, Manchester United have put a 30 million price tag on Andre Onana, but he looks increasingly likely to stay at the club this season. The goalkeeper coach Vital and Amrin are said to be happy with Onana, despite speculation over a move for Emi Martinez. And then it says Monaco are still interested in Onana, but potential buyers feel discouraged by the 30 million asking price. Let me show you something. We've got Amad Diallo, we've got Bruno, we've got Lenny Yoro, we've got De Ligt, Mazraoui. Have any of them got a price tag? None of them have got a price tag because we don't want them to leave. We obviously want him to leave. We're letting it known, 30 million is his price tag, but we're happy with him to stay. We're happy with him. You see what they're doing here? They're letting it be known. If you want Onana, we want 30 million. You can probably bring 25, bring 23 mil. We'll let him go. So they're trying to indirectly pull it out there. You want to buy him, he's here for you for 30 million. Our best players don't have price tags. No one's told you a price tag for Amad Diallo or Lenny Yoro because they're not for sale. So this is what I'm saying. They're playing games. Man United know what they're doing. They want to get rid of him. But remember, this geezer, he plays a big character in the dressing room. You see him already. He's at the goal line. We'll have a free kick. He'll run all the way for a free kick. Every time we score, he's celebrating. He runs all the way. He's exciting. He's got main character syndrome. So I feel like they don't want to upset him for no reason. Imagine if they go up to him and say, no, we want you to stay. Sorry, we want you to leave, leave. No one comes and buys him. And then he's in the dressing room just like that, sad. And then he's done. You get it? He's not, the dressing room's taking an effect. He's getting negative. And then before you know it, the culture changes. Because he's a bubbly guy. You see him in Snapchats with Ahmad. He's dancing. He plays a big role in there. So I think that's what they're doing. They want him to go. That's why they're saying, Man United have put a 30 million price tag on Onana. Why would they put a price tag on him if they don't want him to go? If you're not for sale, you're not for sale. Why is it not saying Lenny Euro's got a 100 million price tag? You're not going to say that because you don't want to sell him. So that's the situation with Onana. We want him to go, but nobody wants him. Monaco are interested, but they're not going to pay 30 million. So I think we're letting it be out known out there. Come and negotiate with us. We want 30 million, but we'll take 22, 23. You know, like we're letting it be known that. So that's the situation with Onana, man. We want him to go, but we don't want to upset him because he's a big character in the dressing room. It's evident. Lewin probably wants a big wage. Calvert-Lewin ain't getting no big wage, mate. Sancho, bye-bye. Yeah, man, it looks like he's going. He's on his last leg, Sancho. Guys, let's just focus on scoring goals and have power midfield. United gives Sancho for free. Bruv, we just need his wages off. But that 25 million, we'll take it. We'll take it, innit? That's money in the bank. Why not? But it's really his wages. He's making £1 million a month. That's killing us, bro. And they're doing all these cuts. Start from last season, you were just talking about the same thing. Nothing has changed. Changing with powerful. United, come on. Start from last season. You were just talking about the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean by that? Start of last season, we was talking about the same thing. Like we were saying, what, we need a new goalkeeper. I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean, Sylvester? I don't get it. DJ, we need money. Listen, DJ is mad. DJ's a madman. DJ thinks we're going to sign Osimhen. DJ thinks we're going to sign Mbeumo this week. He's on a mad thing. We made a panic by Harry Maguire. Yeah, 80 million. But that was the old regime, though. I don't think this regime will do that, though. That's the difference, Sudarshan. Club been ran to the ground. Yeah, man, I'm with you, man. Like and subscribe, my people, man. You know we do this for you lot every day, man. I'm bringing you lot all the stuff for you lot to see yourself. I'm not here just gassing. You understand? No clickbait. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're here for you lot daily. Glazers, please, what's the update on Mbuemo? So what I'm going to do for you, Nee, is I'm just running through all the news that's been happening, and then I'm going to play the video one more time at the end when I'm about to finish, and you'll see what's happened with Mbuemo. So make sure you stick about, okay? Malacia, free, just release him. Yeah, he's bruv, I'll forget that he's even in the club. The only free transfer I see is Thomas Partey. Mate, he ain't free. He's going to prison, mate. I don't know about free transfer. Players need to spend. We have money. We don't. It's madness, man. Spurs cost us 100 million, 100%, man. They've done us. But you know what's crazy? I don't even like thinking about that because it just makes me angry. That whole performance just makes me angry. That I don't even like thinking about it. Chill, and Mbuemo signs this week. I hope so, bro. But listen, I've had reports of people telling me, Mbuemo signing, it's a medical next week. And I believed it. So now I can't believe nothing about Mbuemo no more until it happens. I believed everything. He's got a medical. They've accepted the bid. Everything. I've heard it all, mate. I'll go on moderator for you when you get all the people watching. It will need policing to keep it clean. Yeah, I know what you're saying still. I'll take any goalkeeper to replace Onana. John O'Shea. Hey, this guy's tapped. Hope the roof's not. You lot are moving mad. You lot are moving mad. You lot are on to United now. Onana, just leave where I go meet in heaven. Save. Let's hope we sell. We need sell and cash flow to buy a player. This season is all domestic league. We're not in European. That's what's good as well. We got one game a week. It's going to be a bit boring for us, but that's a good way to make Old Trafford a fortress again, where it's like, oh my God, I don't want to go Old Trafford, man. We've just played on a Thursday. Now we've got to go to Old Trafford on Sunday. They're on it. They're going to be running at us. Hopefully. Ruben's done his style now. He implements it and they all take it in. And then now we can really be dominant. You get it? But like I said, we're not feeling very encouraged right now. Because we've got the same players as last season. We're not making any signings. Osimhen's rejected. Gyokeres. We ain't found a striker. So we're not really encouraged. But, mate, it's only going to get better. It can't stay like this. So, yeah, man. Fabrizio spoke about Mbuemo. And he's basically said it's the same stuff. Like I said, I'm going to play the video on the way out as well. The person that missed it, don't worry, I got you. Nothing ain't going on. A Brentford journalist tried to basically ruin our day by saying it's going to collapse, basically. And Fabrizio said, don't worry about it. Osimhen, the only reason that we ain't signed him, the one reason is because of his wages. Literally nothing else. He don't want to drop his wage. He's staying at Galatasaray. Freedom fighter is closer than ever to joining Juventus. Juventus has offered him 6 million a year, but the player is likely to accept 6.5. So we'll see what happens with that. We've apparently got an agreement with him already for 25 million euros. Core Sports, all right. I don't know if they're the most reliable, but even Morik come out and said new contacts expected today for Sancho. So something's going on today. Hopefully we get it. What's his name? We get Fabrizio or one of these guys and come out and say something. Then we got this is just basically the pre-season dates. We've got pre-season in literally 11 days. So we're doing all the training for it now. Diego, Leon, and Cunha have been impressive today, blah, blah, blah. We're going to play Leeds on the 19th, West Ham on the 27th, Bournemouth on the 31st, Everton on the 3rd, and then Fiorentina on the 9th in Old Trafford. And that's when we're going to wear the kit in front of everybody at Old Trafford. Rashford, their top priority in Barcelona is not even Rashford, mate. It's so sad, bro. Like, the top priority is fucking... is Luis Diaz. And Luis Diaz, they've already tried to get him 2 times. They've knocked on the door for Luis Diaz and they've said he's not for sale 2 times. So I don't know what's going to happen, but they want Luis Diaz. Fabrizio came out and said the same thing the other day. And this is the Athletic coming out and saying the same thing, that Luis Diaz is Liverpool's top priority. It's not Rashford. And it says here, Marcus Rashford is scheduled to start pre-season training with Man United today, but he's expected to train individually separate from the rest of his teammates. He's still an option for Barca, but there's no rush to come and get him because they don't care about him. They want Luis Diaz. Fabrizio came out and said the same thing yesterday. So listen, Luis Diaz has not changed. Their plan has not changed. They want Luis Diaz as their main winger. And as you can see, all the other reports say Luis Diaz dreams of Barcelona. Their main dream is Luis Diaz, blah, blah, blah. It just won't stop. They're just glazing over Luis Diaz. Even though Luis Diaz is not for sale, they're still saying, we only want Luis Diaz. So it's not really looking good for Rashford, let's be real, because if they wanted you, this is the best time for them to sign you. Luis Diaz is going to be about 70 million. Rashford's going to be 40. Rashford's told them that he will take a pay cut, everything. And they're still saying they want Luis Diaz. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. It's sad to see. But this is what I'm saying about our players. All of our players have got a chip on their shoulder where they're picking where they want to go. They should just turn around and just leave. Bayern Munich want Rashford apparently now. So hopefully he goes there. Remember, Bayern Munich have they've lost Sane to Galatasaray as well. So they've got Sane's gone to Galatasaray, Osimhen's going back there, and they've just got Musiala injured. So that's the situation with Rashford. It's not looking good for Barcelona for him. So yeah, that's not looking good for him. And then we got all of these striker targets we've been linked with today. Calvert-Lewin, Callum Wilson, and Vardy. We're linked with them. But listen to this. Listen to the wording of this so you don't understand. United have been offered. So we're not... They've got an agent. All 3 of them have got an agent. And they talk to their agent. They say, get me a club. I'm a free agent. The agent goes and said, no problem. And goes to all the clubs and says, I heard you need a striker. He's interested in signing. Do you want to sign him? So that's the situation. Calvert-Lewin, Vardy, and Callum Wilson, who are all more or less the end of their careers, want a new club. They want to stay in the Prem, so they are offering themselves to different teams. Apparently, Newcastle are close to signing Calvert-Lewin. I don't know how true it is, but apparently they are. But yeah, that's the situation with them. So they're offered to us, and it says Man United would only advance on these, if at all, towards the end of the window if we do not get a top striker. So if we turned around and we couldn't get the guy that we want to get, we will turn around the end and go, you know what? Let's just get Calvert-Lewin for 1 month, for 1 year. And then next year we'll get our top striker. That's it. And then obviously Mateta. When I always ask people, I say, who do you want as a striker? Osimhen's not about, Gyokeres ain't around, Ekitike's too pricey. Who would you want? And they say Mateta or Watkins. Mateta is linked with Milan now, AC Milan. They've shown interest, but I don't think AC Milan's in Europe. So I don't know if he'll go there or not. No talks with Palace have started yet. They might start talks with Palace, and then Mateta turns around and goes, I don't want to come there. I want to stay at Palace. We got Europe for the first time. I want to stay here. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll end up seeing. But Mateta is linked with AC Milan. So they're looking at him. They might go in for him, but they ain't gone in yet. And all of these guys have been offered to us. No one lose their head. No one get crazy because they've been offered. We don't want them. Man United ain't show no interest. They've just been offered to us. Remember that. Then we got John Victor. This geezer, Laurie Whitwell's come out today and spoke about him and said, listen, there remains a prospect of United signing another goalkeeper with Botafogo's John. He's on the list of targets. We've been linked with him loads of times with the Brazilian journalists. The Brazilian journalists have all come out and said we're linked with him for time. And then, yeah, it's hitting the English media now. Laurie Whitwell spoke about it. Manchester Men, which is Manchester Evening News, has spoke about it. He's only 5.8 million and he's only going to come if Bryan goes. So hopefully Bryan goes one of these days. We get John Victor. He might be better than Onana. Onana's going to go AFCON in December for a month. This might be his time to shine and then he takes the number one scene. So it might just be that might be the plan, who knows. But that's the situation. John Victor were linked with him and Laurie Whitwell said that today and Laurie Whitwell was proper reliable. Rasmus Højlund, the skeezer don't want to leave. I don't know why he doesn't want to leave. He was training with Maguire this week in Portugal. He's talking about he wants to stay and fight for his place. Mate, who's going to tell him? Like, I don't think there's any place for him. We've got rejected by Delap. We've got rejected by gyokeres. Like, how much more do you need it in your face that we need another striker, that we want another striker? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting rejected left, right, and centre. So we're clearly showing you that we want another striker. So I don't know, mate. Like, what he wants, if someone's got to hit him in the head and say, yo, brother, wake up. They don't want you, type of thing. But I don't know, mate. He's obviously sitting there and he's just saying, I can still make it at Man United. He's a Man United fan. That's why I like him. But he's moving a bit deluded right now. Like, we're literally trying to buy strikers in your face. If we buy a striker, you're not going to play. Inter Milan want him, but apparently they want a loan. We're saying we don't want no loans. We want a permanent deal only. So we'll see what happens with him. Then we got Onana. It says that we've put a 30 million price tag on his head, but we're happy with him despite speculation about Emi Martinez. Fabrizio already came out and said we are speaking to Emi Martinez. We was talking to his agents. So we're not happy with him. And like I said to you before, Lenny Euro, Ahmad, Bruno, they haven't got no price on their head because they don't want to sell them. If they don't want to sell you, you won't have a price on your head. We haven't even heard about a price for Mason Mount. This is what I'm saying. Or Luke Shaw. So from time you've got a price tag on your head, which is coming out, it came out yesterday, obviously, clearly, we're putting a message out there. 30 million will get you an honor. We don't want 30 million. Bring us 25, 22, you can get him. That's what it's letting it be known. So that's the situation with Onana. Monaco are interested in him, but obviously Monaco, they can't pay 30 million. It's too much for them. But maybe even 25 is too much for them. We got Moise Keane. We're linked with him today. Basically, Laurie Whitwell's come out and said that a lot of people have been keeping tabs, but where we've shown the most interest out of the Premier League to keep tags. He's on a 45 million pounds release clause. It ends in the 15th of July, which is in about next week. So I can't see us going for him. I don't think he's a Ruben type of signing anyway, like what we want. You can see his goals and assists there. He's only really had a good season at Fiorentina. Before that, he's not really consistent. So I wouldn't go for him. I'll be real. That's not really someone I think we should be going for. But mate, he's on the list. I'm gonna show you everything about United. That's the situation with him. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens. I'll move on from him. Garnacho, that's someone that got spoke about today as well. Laurie Whitwell said basically London appeals to Alejandro Garnacho and Chelsea remains interested. Basically, what's going to happen with Chelsea? Let me just read it and I'll let you know. 70 million is what's being asked for, but the club are insisting they haven't set a price yet. Garnacho massively favours a move to another Premier League club and Chelsea appeals the most. Chelsea are interested if they don't move for Kudus. That happened yesterday. So listen to this. What's happening is Chelsea are going to sell Madueke to Arsenal. That's what's looking like it's going to happen. So they need another winger. They want Garnacho, but they want Kudus first. Kudus has just came out and said he only wants Tottenham. So if Tottenham doesn't go for Kudus, he's not going to go nowhere else. So basically, if Madueke goes to Arsenal, we get a here we go for Madueke to Arsenal, just know we're very likely that they're going to probably get Garnacho, Chelsea, or they're going to go for Malik Fofana, who plays for Lyon. It's one or the other. I don't know how much wingers they need over there. They're trying to build up a super team with 100 wingers. They still got Esteval and who's the other Quenda to come, and they still want more wingers. I don't know what they're on. But yeah, that's the situation with Chelsea anyway. They really trying to build it up. So if we get a Madueke, here we go, that's more likely that Garnacho is going to go. If we don't get a here we go for Madueke, I don't know who's getting Garnacho in the Premier League. And this is what I'm saying to you about our players. They've all got, I only want to stay in the Premier League. I only want to go to Barcelona. They all got this attitude where they just think, nah, I'm not going to move until it's on my terms. So that's the situation with them. Obviously, people keep asking about Richard Rios. This geezer, one little thing came out about him. Nothing solidified has come out about Richard Rios to Man United. This is the last thing that came out about him from Court Offside, and it said Man United are eyeing him because we watched him in the Club World Cup. Let me tell you something. Remember, in the Club World Cup, we watched John Victor, and he played against Richard Rios. So we could have been watching John Victor, and everyone just thought, because Richard Rios is a top player, we're watching him. So, like I said, Court Offside isn't the best source in the world. They've come out and said that we are reportedly onto him. But Fabrizio, who is a better source, has come out and said, listen, Inter Milan want him. And then Inter Milan's little fan page, they quoted a guy called D Sports, and he says, Inter Milan has made an initial approach to Palmeiras over the signing of midfielder Richard Rios. The Brazilian side would be in talks for 25 million euros, with Tottenham Hotspur, Forest, and Everton all interested. No Manchester United. Fabrizio ain't said Man United. That ain't said Man United. So, mate, he's a baller. I think he will do good for United. But you know me, I tell you the truth. I don't think we're in for him. So people keep asking for him. It's not going to happen, brother. Like, let's just forget about it. For now, anyway. If something comes up new about Rios, I'll let you know straight away. But for now, all the top people, Fabrizio and that, have not said nothing about us. It's more Inter Milan that's in for him. And yeah, if Inter want him, he knows he's going to get game time, etc. Remember, we got to sell as well. Inter could probably buy him right now if they wanted to. So that's the situation with him. And then we got the last striker that I think we can even go for, and that's going to be Watkins. And even if you read this first article that Laurie Whitwell said ages ago, he said, listen, Amrin wanted gyokeres, but his priority is Arsenal. Osimhen's wages are viewed too high, and Osimhen turned us down. We all know that. Frankfurt's 85 million price tag on Hugo Ekitike, we're never going to pay that. We're never going to do the project thing again. We've done 72 million on Højlund. We're not going to do it again on Ekitike. He's had a good season, but he ain't even scored I don't think he scored 15 goals. So yeah. Anyways, Ollie Watkins, these are his stats. 127 goals and assists in 223 games. He's Aston Villa's all-time top scorer with 75 goals. And he scored 15 league goals minimum in 3 seasons. It's not that bad. And even when you look at what Ineos are cooking, they said we needed goals, and they went to the top scorer of last season and said, Bryan Mbeumo, Ollie Watkins, and Cunha. Yeah, so that's goals. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that's the situation there. For those, I'm going to play this. I'm going to run through a few more of these things, and then I'm going to play the video. Don't worry, I'll play the video of what Fabrizio actually said about Mbuemo himself. But let me go through a few of these comments quickly, and then I'll play the video. Don't worry, I got you. Let's hope that we can what's the update on the deal for Douglas Luiz? Douglas Luiz, I don't think anything's happening with that. The only thing it's talking about just the money now. I don't think we want him. And Douglas Luiz has got a bad injury record, for this season, For those that don't know, his injury record for this season is mental. And remember, that's in the Italian league. If your injury record is like that in the Italian league, what's going to happen when you come to the Prem, which is more faster, more physical, etc.? So a lot of people are saying they want Douglas Luiz. I want him myself. I remember him being a baller at Villa. But look at his record this season. He's missed 20 games, 100 days out injured. I think Man United have done their due diligence and they've seen this and gone, yeah, we ain't got time for that no more. Remember, we got Mason Mount, injury prone, Luke Shaw, and like I just said to you, AFCON is in December, so we can't really risk doing this, getting injury players, and then you get it, they're sitting on the bench. this will reduce our injury list. We have to focus now on form. Yeah, 100%, man. Luke Shaw doing. No one is hurt. No one is linked to Luke Shaw. I think he's for sale, but he's not. No one is linked to him. This is the situation. No one wants these players. 1 game a week. Yeah, it's going to be boring, man. I'm used to the 2 games a week, man. Every Wednesday, Champions League, and then Saturday or Europa, and then, but it is where it is, man. The players are going to be more fresh. Let's go for it. You see, literally the butcher. Yeah. He looks like he's a bit stern. He's putting a little size as well. Love your optimistic news. Worst scenario, liver shit. Bid for Osimhen. This guy is mad. Love your positivity, bro. Let's hope you sign Mbuemo, prefer Watkins. Love for that sort of show, man. Appreciate you, man. Come on, bro. You know me. I'm here every day, man. Everyone subscribe, man. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'm here for you, lot. All the Man United news, I'm here first with it. Bro, Mbuemo, here we go. I don't think so. Not yet anyway, but I've got a little video from Fabrizio we spoke today. I'll play it in the end before I leave. But yeah, it's not here we go yet. Don't worry. Why don't they just bring Dominic Charlie for preseason? He gets injured, no loss. He's probably gonna get injured in preseason, mate. He'll probably get injured as he gets out the car, bruv. We'll keep noticing every transfer window, United coming for players. The club suddenly increased the price tag, bro. That because of what the Glazers done. The Glazers fucked us up so much. We're known for overspending. That if Man City went in for Mbuemo or Chelsea, they would have bought him by now. The first bid, 55 million plus 5, wrapped up. But when they see Man United, they're rubbing their hands. We're getting a payday today. I'm getting a 500k on top. They're rubbing their hands, bro. That's what happens. That's what happens when Man United come. So they're trying to change the culture. Remember, they walked off of Brentford last year. So they're trying to set something now. They don't want to go and overpay for Mbuemo, and it looks like they've gone backwards. Like and subscribe. Man United, love for that. Appreciate it, man. My peoples, like and subscribe, man. We're always here for you lot, man. Come on, man. Every day I'm doing this for you lot, man. Just hit the like button. It's free. Just bam, bam, bam. Make sure you subscribe as well. You won't miss a thing. Just a gut feeling. We might sign someone this week. Fingers crossed. United are expected to have a goal to go 65 million to reach an agreement with Brentford. Ruben Amorim is keen to have Mbeumo on board. 3-game preseason tour. Who said that? Disco Mirror. Oh, mate. He's all right, man. I wanted that to come from someone else, man. But this is what I'm saying. We're already expecting that, though. You get it? We're already optimistic. That's what everything's been coming out. We're optimistic it's going to get done. All parties want it done. So man needs some more news where it's like, United, I've made the bid. You know, like that. Like something like that. I want Villa, Luis, not Juventus, Luis. Mate, this is in the Italian league. 100 days injured, 20 games missed in the Italian league, which is one of the slowest leagues in the world. What's going to happen when this geezer comes to the Prem and you're getting pressed at 100 miles per hour? You're having to run back and forth. Everyone's physical, barging you off the ball. Bruv, I don't know what's going to happen. This is the only reason I don't want Douglas Luiz. Bryan and Mbuemo. Yeah. Saying up my peoples, man. Love to everyone that's been in the chat, man. Appreciate all of you lot, man. You understand? I'm going to play this video for those that want to know what got said about Mbuemo, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back on later, so make sure you lot all hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all of you lot. I'll see you lot in a bit.
On that. But they keep working on Bryan Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Bryan Mbeumo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Bryan Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then many questions aside, I keep receiving many questions on that, but they keep working on Bryan Mbeumo. There are many rumors on several players from Spain, from Italy, but I can guarantee to you again this week, Man United fully focused on Bryan Mbeumo deal with Brentford, with conversations still underway, with Man United absolute focus being on Mbeumo, with the player still waiting for Manchester United as a top priority. So they keep advancing, they keep working on this deal for Mbeumo. There is still an agreement to reach with Brentford, but I'm told that the conversations are ongoing to try reach this agreement and let the player travel and complete his move. So Man United keep working on Bryan Mbeumo as absolute priority. Then, many questions on Man United and Victor Osimhen, guys. On social media, sometimes we had these suggestions, but I always told you during the summer transfer window that for Man United that deal was not advancing for one reason. Victor Osimhen never wanted to reduce his salary retest, despite what Manchester United and more English clubs wanted to do. For Victor Osimhen, that was never the case. Also, Osimhen has always been very happy at Galatasaray. Galatasaray have now an agreement on the contract of Victor Osimhen until 2028 plus option till 2029. Galatasaray are negotiating with Napoli. 50 million euros plus 5 rejected. 60 million euros rejected. Napoli want 75 million euros release clause, saying that Al Hilal are prepared to pay for the player, but the player has an agreement with Galatasaray. At the moment, not with Al Hilal. This is why Napoli are insisting on a higher fee, but Galatasaray are seen as the favorites to sign Victor Osimhen, with conversations ongoing with Napoli after the agreement done with the Nigerian striker. Obviously, keep an eye on this Osimhen story, because the final fee for Osimhen is also going to be important to understand what Napoli can offer for Darwin Núñez.
Someone said let's pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more